Let's go.
Tuesday, April 29th. Welcome to MLB Prop Picks powered by The Bat on Covers on X and YouTube. Derek Carty here. Good to see everybody there in the chat. Interesting day on the diamond. We got a little bit of rain in the East Coast, and we got some wins. We got some big wins. Baltimore's got some wins. See, there's like 22-mile-an-hour winds out to left field in Citi Field, I believe, for the Mets. But there's some interesting spots today. I love when I message Derek and they say, what's the board look like? He says there's some spots. So that's what we go with today on a Tuesday. How are you, Derek?
I'm doing well. Board looks solid enough today. Been a pretty good run for me personally lately, which is nice because the year started off like super hot and then just terrible for like 3 weeks, just losses, compounding losses. But the last couple weeks have been really good. So I'm back up into good shape, and I'm excited to keep that going today.
All right. Looking for more of these numbers, head over to covers.com. Check out the MLB prop projections, matchups, markets, shopping around by price. Check out those star rankings and, of course, the analysis from the bat. We get going today. Release procedure is as follows. We'll tell you the book, some secondary books, tell you the game, the market, the player, the over, under. Your job is to let us know where it's moving, where you're betting it, what the price is, and let's go. Blackbeard at the top of the shop says, Nats over. Lock it in. What do we got? What's the Nats? What's the Nats situation? But let's go here. I'm going to look at that. I'm going to give it a quick 2 cents if I even got 2 cents on it. We're at 365. Secondary book here includes Hard Rock, DraftKings. Hard Rock is 5 points off. DraftKings is 10 points off. Minnesota, Cleveland. Let's go pitcher walks. Let's go. Do we get a number? Good. Tanner Bibee, let's go under 1.5 walks. Plus 140. Tanner Bibee, under. I've watched enough of his starts that I should know off the top of my head if it's Bibee or Bibee, but I think it's Bibee. Makes sense.
Bibee.
Is it? Yeah.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
Plus 140. This is an interesting one, and we're at that spot, I think. Derek can tell me if I'm wrong. 5 starts in. Guys are just really being overpriced on that 5-start sample compared to his last 2 seasons, which is a pretty good sample, pretty consistent. I mean, like 0.26 walks per inning, which puts this at, we'll put Bibee at somewhere around 6 or lower, putting him at most kind of in that coin toss, but plus 140 coin toss.
Yeah. That's
I think
kind of
at 1.4, don't you? Like, it's even better than that today.
Yeah, no, this projects as close to a 60% winner. I think 58% was what I saw. Facing a low walk team, and even though Bibee has walked guys this year, we don't want to overreact to that small sample. Historically, he's a guy who has pretty good control. And if you're just looking at, okay, the overall numbers, he's walked a bunch of guys this year, it kind of misses the context of the whole thing. Like, he's faced, one of his games, he faced the Yankees. He gave up 3 walks because they're the Yankees. He's not facing the Yankees today. So you have to account for that context. You have to account for the sample size. And when you do that, you wind up with a guy that's showing a lot of value on this today.
Do you get the reference from JPC Fourth? Eric, you get it?
Dirty Dancing.
All right. Seeing where we are here. Growing up, I know this is going to come to a surprise of some. Absolutely could sing every song on that soundtrack for some reason or another. When I was 12, 13 years old, I don't know. Yeah, that's a banger. That's an absolute banger of a soundtrack up there in the top 10. I think Almost Famous is tough to beat. Almost Famous and Forrest Gump, but soundtracks up there. Days Confused up there too. It's a tough one. Let me know what your favorite movie soundtrack is in the chat today. Not sure where that one's coming from. Another one I love. This was one of the ones I bet first thing in the morning. Absolutely love it. We're at DraftKings. 5 points available, pretty much shorter everywhere else. Yankees at Orioles. Pitcher earned runs. 130 still there. Let's go. Carlos Rodon over 2.5 earned runs plus 130. Here is the release. 14-mile-an-hour winds blowing out. He's been clean over his last 2 starts, which is kind of where it was. But in the 3 starts before that little run, he had allowed 13 earned runs. So it's been a mixed bag for Carlos Rodon. That number should certainly move. I see that you also have Kyle Gibson up there that projects well while we're staring at his face. He's making his first start this year. I think he's been pitching at high A, which is weird. 3 starts there, got up to 79 pitches. I think you have him projected today, Derek, as the most earned runs by any pitcher on the board, but his leash is maybe a little questionable.
Yeah, kind of the high end of that distribution isn't going to be there for him the way it will be for other guys because he's coming back off the injury, probably going to be limited to 90, 95 pitches, which isn't like, it's not like he's not going to throw any pitches, but there will be a tighter leash on him.
Kyle Gibson's outs is 13.5.
I know. I'm tempted to take the over on it, but again, the tail end of that distribution isn't there. If he labors at all, it's hard for him to make it up with volume.
Bring it back up, producer Mick. Evan Pelfrey says, "Oh, never mind now. No, Evan's honestly pulled it. Maybe not."
But yeah, this one is. I like this one. Like you mentioned, there's the wind. It's the hottest game of the day. It's easily the best pitching weather or hitting weather rather. There's a hitter's umpire. He's facing a good offense. This is a nice one.
I believe the total has catapulted to double digits, sitting at 10, I believe. There are some spots in this lineup that also look good because I've been really trying to double dip on these spots and take advantage, right? Like Cabrera yesterday, all his overs versus the Dodgers were a good spot, really leaning into doubleheader first game overs on volume just for guys. We saw Kevin Gausman get beat up, his over earned runs, kind of an angle I like. But this one,
if you're looking to double dip on this game, the home run stuff, it was the case yesterday. I think we only actually got 1 home run, but the home run value in this game is showing it shows to be very strong value.
I think I got a piece of Gunnar Henderson over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs in the 3-hole at plus money, which sounds pretty good. Trent Grisham hitting out of the 1-hole now. He's even money for over 1.5 hits, RBIs, and he could see Gibson 3 times, which would be nice.
Yeah. Yes, it would be.
Yankees home run value was insane yesterday. There we go.
Yeah, it's a shame it didn't materialize, but it was clearly mispriced. And today, maybe to a little bit lesser extent, but there's definitely some strong value in that game today in the home run market.
Yeah, just looking at it, the 9.5, 10 bouncing around now, pretty leaning heavily to the over at 9.5. Final one, third one here, Arizona Mets. Bet 365 for the hits. It's going to be pretty widely available, I'm assuming, at this price. Plus, it'll be a buy everywhere. But let me know where it is in other spots. Let's go Randal Grichuk unders. Sorry.
Go ahead.
All right, Randal Grichuk under 0.5 hits plus 190. I don't know if it's one of those spots where it's Bet365's 20 points better than everybody, but I'm just assuming the market's not moving quickly on it. That's kind of where I am.
Yeah, I think next best lines are all about 5 or 10 points. I think there's definitely some 180s out there. We'll see what people say. But Randal Grichuk is, he's not a contact hitter. He's going to strike out a fair amount. When he hits the ball, he usually hits it hard. He has power. Facing a decent pitcher in David Peterson, who we like, and the pinch hit risk here is crazy high. Arizona likes to platoon their guys. Randal Grichuk basically as soon as a righty comes in there's a good chance he's going to be gone.
Like,
And that really
be out with the second lefty. Like he's like a one plate appearance guy. Like you need him to start. That's the hardest part, I think, in this entire handicap.
Yeah, we need him to start. If he does, I do expect him to hit high in the order. I think the projection is third in the order right now. So more likely than not, he winds up with 3 plate appearances, but there's a chance of only 2. And yeah, I mean, this is a good one.
Yes, he's in that vein of Jock Peterson in the world of middle of order hitters, DH, but we're going to take you out, right? Like,
yes,
Noel in Cleveland too. You're starting to see it a bit more, which is funny because we're spending a lot of time trying to target middle of the order lineups, but you can see from manager to manager that some managers are a lot more willing to platoon middle of the order guys.
Yeah. And having a sense of which managers are willing to do that is definitely, I think, an edge that we can have. Grichuk's pinch hit risk today is 64%.
Yeah.
That is very high.
But it does make a lot of sense. Like if you look back like 10 years ago, no one would be pinch hitting their number 4 hitter.
No, But managers kind of realize as the game evolves, managers get smarter. There's more information available. The younger generation starts to move in and they've been exposed to more of the analytical stuff. They're more open-minded than the guys who, have spent their life around baseball their entire lives when people weren't talking about these things. So we see the game evolve, and we certainly see managers now willing to do, some stuff that would have been really weird 10 years ago. I mean, the Twins do this kind of stuff all the time. They'll give their leadoff hitter one at bat sometimes. It's like,
yeah. There's Larnick, and he's out in the 3rd inning, second at bat. Your 3 holes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, interesting. No, why can't I think of the guy? But didn't wear batting gloves. Finished up his career with the Yankees. Played with St. Louis Blues forever. Left-handed hitter.
St. Louis Blues or Cardinals? Was he a hockey player?
A hockey guy. Yeah, St. Louis Cardinals. Yeah. Matt. Come on.
Matt Carpenter.
Matt who? Matt Carpenter. Like that's kind of where you see it, right? Like those guys are just good kind of power hitters on the left side.
Yeah.
They should be in that 4 spot, right? Like you don't need them there down in the 9 spot. Matt Carpenter. Thank you very much. Yes. St. Louis Blues hockey run right now. But Grichuk under 0.5 hits plus 190. That is a very big number, hopefully. And one we haven't really seen much value with, especially the correlation to a 66% pinch hit risk, because the books have kind of caught on to that. You're not getting 9 hitters at ridiculous prices that we used to.
I mean, that's what happens when we spend 2 years talking about it on this show. The books watch and they figure out a way to catch up a little bit. It's unfortunate. We have killed so many edges, but that's what we're here for.
Keep opening new markets, so then you find new ones. And if you're a Caesars guy out there, Caesars does have a lot more pitching markets open. I do believe that they've opened everything. They only had like strikeouts and hits allowed at the beginning of the year, and now they have
more now. I didn't notice
every day. They had everything yesterday. I know that. I was looking at it, so it was interesting.
Okay.
And I don't think that their lines move in coordinates with any other book, because their prices kind of stand alone. Sometimes they're either slightly market high or market super low. Like their closing line number is not anywhere that you kind of want to purchase, because I'll do shows where it's like, okay, here's the Caesar number. And then I go on the show and it's like something we released and it's like 70, 80, 90 points off from the morning. You're like, oh, I see what they're doing.
Yeah, they're not a book that tends to follow the herd.
Yeah. Milo says, I don't think they have alt strikeouts yet. Yeah, no, just over under markets. Yeah.
Do they have like pitcher walks and pitcher hits allowed?
Yeah, pitcher walks, pitcher earned runs. Yeah, hits allowed.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Keep it in mind. But that's it. Under 0.5 singles is minus 110 for JPC fourth. I'm sure that, I would assume that projects well. But who knows? He's talking about Grichuk. 1, 2, 3. Carlos Rodon over 2.5 earned runs plus 130. Grichuk under 0.5 hits plus 190. Tanner Bibee under 1.5 walks allowed plus 140. Oh, I got last batter under Jack Flaherty under 1.5 was like plus 150 yesterday. Gave up a home run. Next batter walked him in 5 pitches, and then he was out. And he finished with 2. It's like, just take him out of the home run. So he was shook with the home run, and you're like, I know.
Those are the worst. Those are the worst ones. You hate to say it.
I know. You go check. You're like 0, sweet. And then all of a sudden you recheck in the 4th inning. You're like 1. You're like, okay. 80 pitches, okay. Yeah, it's
that was Brandon Pfaadt the other day. I had him, and like he had a walk in like the 3rd or 4th inning. I'm like, all right, it's his 1.5 line at plus money, so of course I'm taking it. And he wound up getting there. He didn't walk anymore, but it's always a sweat at that point. And it's terrible when it's like the last guy when they do it.
Oh, geez. Yeah, it's one of the funnier markets, that's for sure. All right, 3 plays in. Hockey coming up at 10 o'clock. Before you bet coming up at 11 o'clock. Lots more content coming from Covers. Big day on the ice. Big day on the diamond. Let's go. MLB Prop Picks powered by the Bat on Covers here on X and YouTube. I'm Josh Ingles. He's Derek Carty. We'll see you back here tomorrow, 9:15. More MLB releases. Thanks to everybody there in the chat. Have a great day.